Um, Welcome, guys. I would like to mention something about setting up a new business. In this case, I'm setting up a new pharmacy. You see, I've just opened my software here, my inventory software. That's where I'll be making my sales. Here, receiving my items. I have my item list here. You can see that it's empty, and going back, you see on customer list, I also have nothing there. So there are two ways of adding items or adding customers or anything else or adding inventory into your system. There are two ways. One way is to manually insert um, each item one by one. So you can use this wizard, the add inventory item window. So you can be adding and adding and adding and then save a new, filling all these necessary records. And then you save. And there's another way whereby you can just simply import um, the list of items from Excel. Let's say maybe you are using another system. Um, it was able maybe to save the items as an Excel sheet in an Excel sheet. Or else you have already created your Excel sheet and you want to import it. So um, I just found it. Maybe some of you may find this an important. I have a list of other videos that I want to make, and I found that maybe I should also add this one before I make those other videos. So let's go on and see, do this together. So I'm really actually doing the setting up. I'm setting up my sample file here. So you go to File and then Utilities, Import. So this one will take you to a data input wizard. So in this one, it's a window already easy to direct you from one point to another on what to do as you are um, importing your items. So here you just click next, and here by default it's on inventory items. Maybe you want to import maybe pictures or vendors or customers. You choose what depending on whatever. But in most cases, people usually import inventory items. So next, by default is on this one, on this option, default template. So this is an Excel template that the system provides. Um, so that one it has headers where you just punch in the items, or you can copy and paste the items from wherever you have your item list. But if you have an Excel sheet already with everything, you just use the custom file. So you click next. So this is a case whereby you already have a list of items in Excel sheet. Like in my case, I have it on my desktop here. Going back to my desktop here. Um, Let me open it. Actually, the file is already opened. So let me just say no. So this is the list. We have sorry for that. We have the header here, and we have item list from here. You can add as many headers as you can, depending on the nature of the items. Now I'm going back to my inventory software. So here I'll choose the input file. So choose the input file here on browse, and then I'll go to my desktop. I'm already on the desktop. So you go in this column here. We have this PC, then desktop, then here item list, and then I click open. And then on this one, I'll have to specify on which sheet is on which worksheet is my data. So my data is on sheet 1. If I go here and show you, you see that my Excel sheet has my Excel workbook has two sheets. We have sheet 1 and sheet 2. Sheet 1 has the data and sheet 2 has nothing, so I'll choose sheet 1. So this is what they're talking about here. Come on, what is happening? Yes, okay, we are back here. So you are to choose on the Excel sheet on which you have your data, and the next option is data starts on row. So here you have to specify on which row number is your data starting on. This is what they mean. Here we have row number 1, which has headers, number, name, description, etc. And from row number 2, that's where we have our data that we are inputting into this. So we have the item number 1, number 2, number 3, starting from row number 2. So this starting from row number 2. So that's row number 2. So that's the 2 that is here. If it's not row number 2 or number 3, number 4, number 10, you can specify. So the system will import your data starting from that particular row. And the next important step is about mapping. On mapping, we are talking of telling the system which row which column contains which data, and should the system should put it where. Like we have different fields of data, so we'll be telling the Excel sheet or the system where to put different types of data which are in our Excel sheet. So you understand it better as I'll be going through. So add or select a mapping. I have several mappings that I've done, maybe, but let me just do another one together. So here I'm going to manage mappings. On manage mappings, I have this list. So I have QuickBooks point of sale headers here, and I have import data here. Now, on item number, I would wish this one to be an automatic thing. The system will put it on item number, so it will just accumulate maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be fine. On item name, so item name is name, so it should get item name from a column that is titled name. And on department, it should get department from a column that is headed department. And item description should be taken from description. And here attribute should be taken from attribute. So these are actually my column headers. So we are talking of these column headers. So we have this column name, description, cost, price, size, base unit, vendor, manufacturer, debt, and attribute. So I'm actually corresponding these things into the QuickBooks point of sale data entry fields. So on size, it will pick on size as well. Average unit cost, I think that one here we don't have it here. We only have cost, so I think we'll have to show other fields from down there. So let us just finish what are available here. We have regular price, so this one just from price. And we have UPC. UPC is universal product code, simple code. Barcode. So the barcode, we don't have barcode here. I think we leave it blank. Vendor name, I think we have vendor here. And the quantity one, if you have those items already and you already have the quantities, so you can put the column that contains the quantity here. But in my case, I will receive the items after entering the data. So here I will show available fields so that we should finish with the other fields like manufacturer and cost. So show available fields. The current mapping was modified. Save the current mapping. Yes, we'll save it. I'll just give a name. So the name is all items list. I mean, just you can name it any way you want. It's not like you'll be doing this daily. It's just a one thing time. Okay. And then here it has added some more fields, so I'll go down, order cost here. That's where I'll put my cost, and base unit of measure, I think there's base unit here, and vendor name, and then after vendor name we have manufacturer here. I think we are done. The rest of the fields, if we had them, Tiganaika, but because we don't have these fields, then you leave them as they are. And then after that, you click save. So those are the fields. So you click save. We are done with mapping. And then from here, you click next. And here they're saying during import, what field should the point of sale use to determine if a record already exists? So we are talking of a unique field, but in this case we don't have any data here, and we don't have UPC. So I'll be safe to choose item number. I know there will be no conflicts because there is no data here. So this conflict cannot be a possibility in this case. When duplicate records are detected, of course, I will not have duplicate records, but in a case whereby you already have data in here, you will say replace the data with import data, ignoring blank fields. So the system will keep the blank fields, will ignore the blank fields from the Excel sheet. It will not. It will only replace the data in the fields that are available, or you can choose the other thing. So I'll choose this one, or I can, in this case I don't have any other data in here, I can choose anything. So if an item doesn't have a department, what should the system do? It should just assign a system. That's the only department that is available here. But in a case whereby you already have departments set, I think you will be able to choose from the list down here. As you know, it's just a this is just a new file, so it doesn't have a lot of fields. So you click next, and then at this step you just wait and let the system analyze your data. Now here it has finished analyzing. So the number of inventory items 2,426, and all of them are okay, and there is nothing that is going to be updated. There is zero here, meaning to say we don't have anything that will be updated because there is nothing to update. We don't have items yet in the system. So we have backup, I think no, import. At this point, you just wait for the system to finish the import process. It doesn't take much time. Um, I hear that this system can allow up to about 60,000 fields. So this is only 2,000 something. So it has finished, and then you click close. And when I come to my item list here, you see I will have a lot of items. All the items have been added. And because these items had a vendor, you also notice that we also have a vendor list updated. Here we'll have a list of vendors. Yeah, that's how the process happens. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.